Okay, we're recording. So let me share my screen with you guys real quick. Okay. I put together this handy dandy spreadsheet. So, when we do live power hours, like once a month, right? Typically the first week of the month, and we did one last week. But when we're not doing our live power hours, we're going to have like group discussions, okay? Like tonight, and I'm going to lead the first one. But I put together this Google document, and what I want you all to do is sign up for a topic that you're willing to lead, like I am. So when I say lead a topic, that doesn't mean that I'm going to speak to you guys for an hour about a topic. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to speak to you for 15 minutes about a topic and share my ideas and what I do. And then I'm going to ask you guys to share the same. Okay, so every week we're going to tell you what the topic is. So I want you to guys, everyone should come prepared to discuss, what they're doing, because this is not a monologue, right? This is not a team call, right? I want this to be a group shared discussion, and I want us all to learn from each other. But there is going to be a leader, right? A person that's going to kick things off, and a person who's going to, share. They could share. It doesn't matter if they share like slides or their screen, or they just talk. It's really up to you what you want to do. And to sign up for a topic, you do not need to be an expert, okay? It's just, one of them is, failing forward, right? We all fail forward, right? You could talk about how you failed forward. You could talk about ways that you've overcome failing forward. And then you're going to open it up for discussion, right? And we're going to call on people to share. If people don't volunteer to share, we'll call on people to share. So that's the way it'll work. And I forgot to add in the power hour week, so I'll add those in, and then everyone can then sign up for a week. And this, you can see extend. I added a whole bunch of topics. I hope they're good topics. It's just ones that kind of, I've done before or seen. So does that make sense? Any questions, anybody? I'll share this in our chat group, and for anybody who wants to sign up.
I have a question. I don't see The Walking Dead on here at all.
Okay, I'll add that one for you, Brian, all right?
Our Game of Thrones in June.
Uh-huh. Yeah. If we add that, then we'll have to add in everything. Okay. So I'm going to start. And so tonight I'm going to talk about how I go about hitting Success Club every single month. And, things that I'm doing, especially now with the All Access Pass. I have 39 SC points, which is like freaking ridiculous for me. And certainly it helps that we get 3 Success Club points for the All Access Pass Challenge Pack now. And so that's basically the only thing that I'm selling from here on out is going to be the All Access Pass Challenge Pack. But let me tell you what I do. This is what I do every single month. I'm a SC10 legend. I'm a SC5 legend, but I've been SC5 for like 60 months or something like that, So this works, right? It's worked for me ever since I've been a new coach to now. And it's just some ideas that might work for you too. So one of the things that I do is every single month I run a clean eating group. Okay. And I haven't done that since I was a new coach, but I've done that for the past 2 years, right? I either a free fitness group or a clean eating group. Now I just do clean eating groups because fitness groups are too long and they take up too much time. So I do 10-day clean eating groups or 7-day clean eating groups. And I pour a lot of energy in it for a week. And, I talk to them not only about clean eating and give them, recipes and stuff like that, but I also do live videos for them now. I talk about Shakeology. I talk about working out. I talk about I share, everything with them, my stories and stuff like that, because I want to build the trust with them. I want to pour myself into them as much as possible. I want to give them as much for free as possible, because I know at the end of the 7 days, I am going to have an ask of them, okay? And that ask is to join my Premier Challenge group, right? And it's now going to be with the All Access Pass, right? So, I'm definitely going to be, talking about the All Access Pass. I'll probably be doing a live video and showing people the All Access Pass, during the group. And then what I do is, it's like typically I have like 50 people in the group. After the group, I will message every single person and invite them to my challenge group, right? And we'll have those discussions, and I'll have to do the follow-ups. Like if you were on our previous new coach call, we talked about doing follow-ups, and I'll have to follow up with people 2 or 3 or 4 times, and honestly, I told people on the previous call that the new coaches that the reason that I hit Success Club every single month is because I'm a nag. Really, that's the only reason that I hit Success Club, because I nag the shit out of people. Okay, it's like I will nag them until they tell me no, because most people will not tell you no. They'll just go quiet, or they'll give you an excuse, right? Well, I will keep following up with them and following up with them. I have a spreadsheet. I have the last time I talked to them. If they give me an excuse like, oh, I don't have money until this date, I will put an entry in my calendar and I will follow up with them on that exact date, until they tell me no. And then I'll say, that's cool. I'll check with you next month. Maybe it'll be better for you, and a lot of times, 2, 3, 4 months, down the road, they'll say yes, So I do that consistently. So if you're not running a free group, that's the first thing that you need to start doing every single month. My free groups always end on the first of the month or around the first of the month, okay? Because I want to hit Success Club the first week of the month, okay? The second thing that I do is on the first day of every single month, I email all my customers, all my prospects, anybody that I have an email address for, I email them. Amanda does a newsletter, and she does it for a lot of coaches. That goes out to all my customers and all my prospects. So I have a website, right? So a lot of you guys you might have a blog. Maybe you're thinking about doing a blog. What I use my blog for is collecting emails, okay? So if you come to my blog and you want to download like my hybrid schedule or my calendar or my Excel spreadsheet that I put together for P90X3 or my 21-day fixed diet plan that I put together for free giveaways, and once you optimize these things, just so you know, if you're not familiar with a blog, you can add in SEO keywords. They're called search optimization keywords that Google will optimize and they will search on. So when people search on these keywords, your stuff will come up. The more people that come to your site, the higher ranking you will get in Google, okay? So if you search on certain keywords, my site is like the top, in Google, which is great. And I can tell you that the reason that Melanie Mitro is the top coach in the network for the past 3 years is because she is an awesome blogger and awesome SEO keywords, okay? It's not because of Facebook. It's not because of Instagram. It's because of her blog, okay? And she literally gets 3,000 elite points. She signs up like 30 to 50 coaches a month. It's all through her blog. So trust me, I am nowhere near Melanie Mitro, but I do get, thousands of leads through my website, and I email them, okay? So that's one thing that I do. I email all my customers. I tell them about like my challenge groups, my free groups. I tell them about what's new, like the All Access Pass. They respond to me and we get conversations going. Okay. Facebook invite posts. Obviously, we all do those, right? Every single month, you'll see, typically I'll do a invite post to my challenge group or my free group. I just did my free group today on my timeline, and I've already gotten several people that have responded interested in my free group. So those are pretty well beat to death. You guys are familiar with those. Let's see. The fourth thing that I do is I go through my previous customers or my previous orders for the past 30 days. Okay, you guys don't have customers, obviously this is not going to work for you, but if you have customers that are doing orders, I will go through the previous 30 days and I'll look to see who's ordered a single program, who's ordered Shakeology, who's ordered a sample, what free customers I was assigned, and what do they have. And I will strike up conversations with them, especially if they ordered a single program or Shakeology by itself or Shakeology samples. Like if they were a Shakeology lead that was assigned to me, I'll talk to them about doing an upgrade to a challenge pack. Okay? So I can typically get one or two people every single month just from either free Shakeology leads assigned to me or from customers that ordered something in the past 30 days. I always do a last call email. Okay, so my last call email goes out to all those email contacts again, and the difference there is it's not an HTML rich email address, email like the newsletter. It's a plain text email that just says, "Hey Joe, did you get my newsletter? This is the last call for my challenge group." Something like that. And I get a lot of people that respond to that last call. And then finally, my last tip, and this is key, guys, is I'm always inviting people to the Coach Opportunity webinars or talking to people about coaching, okay? Because the easiest way to get to Success Club is to sign up 2 or 3 coaches a month, which is always my goal, okay? Because it doesn't matter. Even if they ordered a challenge pack in the past as a customer, I say cancel, sign up as a coach with a challenge pack again, and I will get 2 to 3 Success Club points again, even though the rule is you only get 2 if it doesn't apply if they're signing up as a coach. I always get, double the points when people sign up as coaches. I'm always signing people up as coaches. So typically I hit Success Club 5 just by signing up coaches. Everybody else then is the customers. Okay, so you always, the coaching opportunity is the #1 product that we have to offer. And especially if you've gotten any challengers the previous month, those are your prime coaches. If I've gotten 5 people to get started, with a challenge pack, I could pretty much guarantee you I'm going to sign up 3 of them as coaches, just because I'm going to nag them and I'm going to tell them about how great coaching is, and I'm going to get them on the phone and I'm going to explain it to them because it's really a no-brainer. Like, why wouldn't they want to be a coach? They're going to save 25%. They're going to have this awesome community. They're going to have the potential to earn money, right? So, if you guys get people, and also a lot of times I can't talk people into a challenge pack, but I can talk them into becoming a coach. And then once you talk them into becoming a coach, then getting them to buy a challenge pack is a no-brainer, especially if you make a coach opportunity post on your timeline and you get people to sign up, or in your free group. A lot of times I'll talk about coaching in my free group. Well, you guys know who run free groups is, 99.9% of the people are going to tell you they don't have money right now, right? But if you can convince them to become a coach, then amazingly, they have the money to buy a challenge pack, right? Because they know that they're not going to be successful in this new business unless they have, Shakeology and workout program. So that is my last tip. So now I'm just going to open it up to you guys. And Brian, you want to start us off? You want to share some of your tips, some of your suggestions? Comment on anything that I said that you do differently, or you're muted. Hey, you're muted.
I wasn't muted. You just couldn't hear me, Greg. Right?
Yeah.
Right, everyone? Sorry. I'll talk about what I did for January. Because I didn't run any free groups. I haven't ran a free group in a while now. But I saw the amazing potential with the health bet coming up in January and the All Access Pass. So instead of keeping those things separate, boom, smash them together. So that was everything. That was all my advertising. That was all my reaching out, all my emails. Was combining those two things together. And that's how I had success for January. Not as much as you, Mr. 39. Is that your highest ever?
Yeah, probably, but I'm kind of cheating, right? Because I'm getting 3 points a challenge pack, so.
Yeah, well, we all are.
I know. Yeah.
So, but yeah, so that's what I did. I did what Greg did. I sent a newsletter every month to all of my customers. I sent a few different emails out in December and started early. And that's the key. That's what happens a lot is a lot of people think that you have a lot of time. It's like, well, the health bet doesn't start till January or, what was it, 5th or whatever, 9th? I don't know. The All Access Pass just came out, and it's only December 4th, and I got the holidays, and I don't want to hear any of that crap. I started early December. As soon as I knew about the health bet, and then the All Access Pass Challenge Pack came a little bit later. But, as soon as I knew about that, I started getting, putting the seeds out there for everybody, for all of my current customers, on Facebook, just doing that, and then getting my coaches excited about that, not waiting until, the last minute to do it, but getting everybody on board, everybody excited. And that's how I hit Success Club this month, was doing that. And then what I did was, all of the challenge packs that I sold in December, because you had that December 1st to whatever, December 27th, to get that extra point, right? All of you guys, to get that extra point if you sold a challenge pack. So I specifically reached out to all of those people who bought challenge packs. There was 5 of them, and out of those 5, I got 4. So I got 4 Success Club points for them upgrading, because they already purchased the challenge pack, and it only cost them whatever it was, $61 to do the upgrade. I mean, that is like the easiest sale ever, $61, and you have the whole year, all the programs and all the new releases, so that's what I did there. So it's just, always trying to stay ahead of everything, and reaching out, never forgetting about, the customers that you have, and taking advantage of all of the different things that Beachbody gives you. There's never one way to do a challenge pack or to get Success Club points, or there's always multiple ways to do things. Upgrading people, I do that all the time too. People that buy Shakeology, or just a program, upgrade that to a challenge pack. They're going to give you a refund, and then this is the difference that you're going to pay. So just always being aware of everything that's going on in every single way that you can help the customer, get more value, and then help yourself get more Success Club points.
Yeah, that's great, Brian. I forgot the health bet, but yeah, anything that Beachbody offers, you need to take full advantage of. I mean, something like the health bet, yeah, I mean, definitely promote the heck out of that, combine it with the all access pass. Typically when they put stuff on sale, I would certainly kind of go with that, right? I would lead with the sale items and things like that. Now, nothing is ever going to be on sale anymore, but they are going to have lots of, health bets and special promotions and team challenges, and we have a cup challenge starting next month, so who else has ideas?
And real quick, like you just said, with the sales, even though we're not going to have it anymore, I'll still mention it. Even when a sale is ending, there's like right now, I think everything is ended, but the promotions for December went up to January 9th or January, so email those people and say, listen, you've got one day, and now it's going up to this price. So it's not just when sales happen, but when sales are ending too.
All right, who else? It doesn't have to be something you do every month. It could be something that you did one time and you could, and it worked for you. Deidre, I'm sure you have some suggestions for us.
Okay, put me on the spot.
Yep.
Well, I'd say the key is consistency. It's continuing to show up every single day, even when you don't feel like it, even when shit's hitting the fan, pardon me, but life happens. I am a single mom with 3 kids, and I can attest to the fact that life happens. I'm currently in the process of trying to find another job and move and fight for custody of my kids. And, it's constantly, things happen. And yet I keep continuing to show up every single day. And usually what I see the most is people just all of a sudden coming out from nowhere. They've never liked anything. They've never commented on anything. But one day, something I said, something I posted just reaches them. And finally they say, hey, you keep posting, you keep talking about this. What do I need to do to get started? So biggest key is consistency, showing up. That's pretty much what I got.
Okay, thanks. We didn't talk too much about the All Access Pass, but there is a document, I think it's in this chat. I shared it with the new coaches. Here, I'll share it again. This document has a lot of script ideas in it. Every single tab is a different script, things that you could use for posting, for messaging people, different teaser posts type things. And this has worked great. I mean, it's like basically, calling it the Netflix for Beachbody or the Netflix for fitness, or, doing like a teaser post of, if you could get every single Beachbody program and every single program that's going to come out, over the next year for one low price, would you be interested, or, you come up with something creative in teaser to get people to comment, right? And that's your goal. It's just to strike up conversations. And once you tell people about the All Access Pass and everything that they get, I mean, it's kind of mind-blowing, right? I mean, really, you get every single program, right? I mean, it's like, literally, I have spent thousands of dollars over the past 6 years on Beachbody programs, that they're now giving away for $99, I have a whole shelf full of books and DVDs that are now like completely worthless. Okay. And you guys are probably the same way, right? I mean, if you just tell people about that and create posts in a creative way, you're going to strike up interest. I've had people, like when I put it in my newsletter email that I sent out to people, like everything that they get and like how much money I spent on it. I did one email on that. And I had people write me back and say that I must be lying and trying to cheat them. And I'm like, no, I'm not. And I sent them the Beachbody link to show them, what Beachbody is offering. So it's getting the word out there and utilizing that all access pass. Okay, somebody else. How about Jessica? You got something? You're muted.
Was just typing in the chat. Gotta go. See you later.
Oh, there you go.
Gosh, I don't have anything nifty that you haven't already said.
Did you freeze? No.
No, I'm thinking. I use all of your tips and tricks that you've always told us about.
Okay. Obviously, I'll help you out. Brian, on our last call, he shared giving gifts away, right? You can give up to a $50 gift back to somebody. And I do that a lot, right? I give gifts to people to incentivize them to buy the challenge pack. For example, with the all access pass challenge pack, you get a $70 gift, right? So it's not going to kill you to give, a $20 gift back to somebody, right? Or more. If you could talk them into, upgrading, like, especially if somebody's on the fence, like, oh, I don't know about that Shakeology thing. That's another $100, Well, what if I give you a $40 gift, then would you do it? And they're like, well, yeah, that's too good of a deal. And people have told me that all the time. Well, that's way too good of a deal to pass up, and they do it, and that gives you, more, like 3 more Success Club points now. Plus it gets that person on Shakeology, right? I could tell you that they're going to be like 100% more likely to sign up as a coach if you get them on a challenge pack as opposed to, just the workout programs. And most likely they're going to stay on Shakeology at least a couple months, right? So you're going to earn back that commission that you gave up anyway. So that's a tip. I know people will advertise like, hey, if you sign up for this challenge pack, I'll also give you a fixate cookbook. I mean, sure, you could do that too, right? That just enhances the deal. But okay, who else? Jill, you have something, I'm sure.
Nothing great and amazing, but I try to be consistent. I'm actually trying to be better at being consistent. And with the all access pass, I don't know if this was the right thing or not, but it seemed to work. I just flooded my Facebook with messages about it coming out. And then I've been private messaging, I think, is probably the biggest key. I seem to have a lot of people that join my free groups, but they don't necessarily want to sign up in the beginning. But then when people see my workout posts, they'll private message me and just ask me about it, and then they end up joining. So it's kind of, I don't know exactly what's going on, but something's working.
Awesome. How many Success Club points do you have this month?
I have 6, and those are both the all access.
Okay.
I have 2 customers, and then I have a free fitness group that's starting today, and then I'm going to attach a 5-day clean eating for the following week, and hopefully get some people on board for next month.
If any of you guys here want to follow Jill, follow Jill. Jill, like she just said, what she did with her, I stole a couple of her all access pass posts I said, "Oh my God, that thing was awesome. I am taking it." I tweaked it a little bit, made it my own, but for the most part, and that's what she did. She, like I was saying before, ahead of the game. She just went and along with all of her other posts, her workout posts, her posts of her family, and then the health bet group and all access pass. And Jill uses Buffer, right, Jill? So Jill's busy, mom, wife, kids, and she creates all her posts in Buffer, and boom, so she can do it when she has her downtime and then sends it all out. So if you guys go follow Jill, and you'll see some awesome posts and get some ideas. That's what we do as coaches. We replicate other people's successes, make it our own.
Yeah. Just to say, a lot of those posts came from that link that Greg just posted. I just took posts from there and kind of, because you had put that out before, Greg.
Yeah, right.
So I just took bits and pieces, kind of put things together and made it, kind of changed it up a little bit. But
awesome. Awesome.
I love Buffer. Buffer's worth of money.
Yeah, I've been seeing your posts too. They're great. Your graphics are great too. Good job.
Thanks.
Something else that a lot of coaches do, I don't do it, but it works. And that's live videos. I can't tell you how many coaches that I am friends with who go live every day, and they pop up on my news feed, and they get people to engage with them. I mean, like if I go live, like I'll have like one or two people that are on there engaging. But I see these other coaches that go live, and they've got like 70 people that are like live and commenting and hearting and liking. So, if that is something that you're interested in, or, if you're good at that, talking on camera, take advantage of it, because, Facebook pops it up to everyone's news feed. Even after you're done, it's still at the top of their news feed that says that you went live, and they can click on it and they can hear what you're talking about, right? And you don't have to, you could do it on your like page. It's very popular. If any of you guys are in the Jesse Reagan like page training, that's like the number one thing that he says to do on your like page is those live videos. Those are very, very useful. So, okay, anything else, guys? John, you got something?
Yeah, I wanted to, I've talked about it a little bit, but as far as Facebook friends and these groups, like I'm making 5 to 10 friends a day in the groups, and that is leading to inquiries, signing up for accounts, and some sales. I haven't sold any of the on-demand packets, but I have 2 challenge packs this month so far with 21-day fix and the Core de Force. So just getting in those groups, engaging, and sending friend requests, and then right away I send them a message. And from there, I don't really say anything obviously about Beachbody, but then, some of them say right away, "Oh, I creeped on your page. I saw your Beachbody coach. I need some help." So I get a lot of hits right away from that. And that's helping a lot, making more and more friends, obviously.
That's great, John. That's awesome. Try using that document that I shared to start making posts about All Access, and see if you can get some of those new friends to bite on some of those posts.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. That 3 SC point plus the commission. That's great.
What's that?
I said the SC points and the commission. That's
great.
Yeah,
really. Beachbody is definitely, corporate is definitely listening to us, and especially last quarter, it was a brutal one for most coaches, making money, volume, things like that. And Beachbody listened to us, Carl and the team, They came up with this all access pass. They raised the price on it. They raised the commission. They raised the Success Club points, all to help us out as coaches. I know one of the top things that the CAB is going to bring up as well is getting rid of the 10% discount on people who have club membership, right? The BOD.
Right.
And that's just going to help us out, even more, right? Make more money on Shakeologies, on that retention and things like that. So they're definitely looking out for our interests. I can tell you that.
Okay. Now I do a free group, and then at the end of the free group, I've been doing the free group for over a year, and I get a little bit of interaction from that. But you said that you send a message personally to each person afterwards?
Yes. Yeah. If I relied on people to reach out to me or to even respond to my call to action post, I would never have anybody.
Is there any way you can send me a copy of that? Just what you send them, so I can kind of play around with that at the end of this month?
Sure. Typically what I do now is I go live in the group and I talk to them about, I tell them like, a day in advance, hey, I'm going to be going live tomorrow at 3 p.m. and I'm going to tell you all about the next challenge that I have coming up, and because you poured yourself into them for that 5 days, 7 days, 10 days, however long, they're all going to be interested. Even if they don't tune in live, they're going to watch that live video. And in that live video, I try to keep it short, like 10 minutes, 5 minutes or whatever. And basically what I do is I tell them about the Premier Group. I tell them, everything that they're going to get. They're going to get me as their coach. They're going to get 10 times the support and the motivation. They're going to get, the all access pass, right? They're going to get my favorite Shakeology nutrition meal replacement. And, basically I say, contact me for more information about this. I don't even tell them the price, just contact me. But still, most of them won't contact me. But what I do is I follow up with a message to them and say, hey, did you have a chance to watch my live video yesterday? What did you think of it? Seriously, that's all I say, and they'll all say something like, no, I haven't had a chance yet. And then I'll say, well, let me tell you about it. And I'll tell them about it right there, or they'll say, yeah, I did. It sounds interesting, but they didn't comment. I'm like, why didn't you comment? And then I tell them about it, and we get into the price discussion and stuff like that, without me following up, and then I'll have to follow up again with them probably 2 or 3 times before they actually do it, Yeah. But yeah, without that, I wouldn't convert anybody,
Okay. Yeah, that's good to know. Thanks.
All right. Well, we don't have to drag this out if we've covered all the ideas. If no one else has anything interesting or new, different. Okay. Well, I will share. I'll fix this document and add in the power hours, and then I'll send it out to you guys, and you can sign up for times, and we'll go from there. All right. Did everybody like it and like the format? Okay. Learn something, hopefully. All right. All right, guys. Have a great night. And remember, tomorrow we have team call, right? With Josh Spencer. Josh Spencer, top coach, 2010, 3-time elite, 15-star, millionaire club, $1 million a year club. Okay. Great speaker. Definitely be there. All right. See you guys.
Good night, guys.